Hi, I'm the Rap Critic. Let's talk about Drake.
I want to know who motherfucking representing it here tonight.
That doesn't sound like Drake. Oh, okay, that's a sample of Big Frida, a New Orleans innovator of the N.O. bounce sound that we've been hearing a lot more of lately.
Hello.
And that's Lauryn Hill, who I actually made an episode about last year. So, you know, go watch that so I don't have to explain it here. It got emotional. But okay, Drake is sampling Big Frida and Lauryn Hill. Why?
I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on.
Oh, I see what's happening here. I guess he's trying to get back his female audience after all those think pieces about Drake making his career off of songs for women who are somehow oblivious to how much of an asshole he is. Hey, you guys heard the lyrics in Hotline Bling, I'm not making it up. So I guess this is how he's planning to counteract that. By making a song so bursting at the seams with female empowerment, you have no choice but to stop thinking he's an artist who uses his soft new age rapper angle as a cover for the same old misogyny. But hey, you know, I do have to give it to him here. This is one of the few songs I've heard him write about a woman that doesn't have a part where he's basically saying, sure, she's sexy and independent, but she's still gotta be on my dick though. In fact, for what it does, and despite how gimmicky it may come off, lyrically, I actually like this one. I do have to say though, I don't like the chorus sample that much. And let me explain, like, what is the point of this song, Nice for What? It's to empower women and to let them know that as a man, he recognizes and is sympathetic to their struggles. Okay, so what's the song he's sampling? It's X Factor, a song about a woman still reeling from a breakup. But in the lyrics to the Nice for What song, it's pretty clear that this woman is well beyond her ex.
Had a man last year, life goes on. You ain't stressing off no lover in the past tense, you already had them.
But that sentiment isn't reflected in the chorus at all. In fact, the intro that he decided to sample at the beginning of the song basically screams, I haven't gotten over you.
Hello.
But that sentiment is directly contradicted by the sample in the chorus. So to have a song that's all about a woman being totally over her past lover, but then throwing in a sample of a song that's literally about begging an ex-boyfriend to care about her, it just seems a little out of place. And that fact is what makes me think that this sample wasn't put here because he was actually using it to enhance the message of the song. It was put here because strong black women demographic inherently loves Lauryn Hill. So shove in a Lauryn Hill sample. Oh, and what else do they like? A Big Frida, the Queen of Bounce? Well, put that in there too. No, it doesn't matter that the Big Frida song about shaking your ass and not caring about love is literally the antithesis to Lauryn Hill's image, which he has made songs kind of like before, but it's never been in a way that hasn't been exploitative, but maybe that's just me. But instead, the Lauryn Hill sample feels used purely for nostalgia points, and not because it adds any actual layer of depth. Which, I mean, is fine, I guess. If he just wants to fill his make song that gets the female audience back on his side quota, and in doing so, what he ends up with is a surface level dance song for women, so be it. I guess that's more me just seeing the potential of a song rather than looking at the reality of it. However, as it stands, I do have to say, I kind of like the...
Jesus!
This doesn't fit at all. Well, okay, you could see this as an excerpt of this woman's party life, right? Like sampling a night on the town where she goes to see Big Frida. But I don't know, it just feels too awkwardly jammed in for me to enjoy it. It's like they found out how much they had to pay to use the Frida sample at the beginning, and they were like, well, shit, if we have to pay that much, we might as well use all we can. It's either that or, hey look, we sampled an underground artist on our song. See? Now give us cool points for knowing who this is. I mean, he's done stuff like this before. Remember when he made a song called Wu-Tang Forever? And I know what you're thinking. Wait, Drake made a song that was an ode to the Wu-Tang Clan? That's actually what he didn't do. At all. It was just a normal Drake song with maybe one or two Wu-Tang references in it.
That's a real one in your reflection, without a follow, without a mention.
Now I do like the intention behind the chorus itself though. Sure, it's cliche, but in the digital age, it's nice to have a reminder not to get too caught up with meaningless social media stats, because being real to yourself is what's most important. And on top of that, there's this line.
You really piping up on these niggas, you gotta be nice for what to these niggas?
And the reason I really dig it is because in our culture, we teach young girls that they have to go out of their way to be nice to everyone, especially men, despite how much those men may be ignoring your personal boundaries. I can't tell you how many times I've heard women tell me about having to be super kind and accommodating to guys who either don't respect you or can't take a hint and leave you alone. And this line is normalizing the rejection of that learned politeness through gritted teeth. It's basically saying, for what? You don't inherently owe anyone that kindness, especially if they're not giving it back. Now, of course, because it's trying to make the female empowerment quota, it needs to tick off the boxes of this woman being basically perfect in all areas of life.
Working hard, girl, everything paid for. First, last phone bill, car, no cable. You got a baby Benz, you got some bad friends. High school pics, you was even bad then.
So she's been attractive ever since high school, all the bills are always paid on time, and she has a Benz in her driveway? Does this person even need an empowerment anthem? It sounds like they're doing fine. But I get it, it's kind of like that Big Sean song, you know, the last night took a L, and then I bounced back, you know, where he wanted to inspire people, but didn't want to include any information that would paint the character as unsuccessful in any capacity. But hey, I don't know. I could see it being seen as like describing that perfect woman is the motivation for you to want to get in that spot yourself. Hell, you should believe that you're an attractive person. You should have all your bills paid on time. You should probably not buy a Benz, that seems like a waste of money. But you know, in general, having a car is a good goal. And you know what? He does give some details about things not being perfect. She still has a job she has to work hard for, and apparently has been through some unspecified tragedies.
You know dog days, you know hard times, doing overtime for the last month. Saturday, call the girls, get them gassed up. And you're showing off, but it's alright. It's a short life, yeah.
And I especially dig this line. Because he's right, life is short, and if you work hard, you have to take time out for yourself sometimes. And hey, if that includes going out to the club, paying for expensive drinks, and shaking your ass on the dance floor, yo, do what you gotta do. Actually, and this is gonna sound a little weird coming from me, but does anyone notice the lack of ass shaking in this video? Now, I know that saying there should be ass shaking in this female empowerment video totally sounds like what a guy would think a female empowerment video would include, but let's really look at it for a second. At this point, I think we should all be comfortable with the fact that sometimes women want to express their sexuality, and that in and of itself shouldn't be automatic grounds for something being unfeminist, because it's all about context. And if you do it right, I think it's okay to express your sexuality as a facet of your humanity. Now, I'm not saying ass shaking should have been the whole video, but I felt like it should have at least been in there somewhere, because, well, look, let me just be blunt about this. The third part of the song is literally just telling women to shake their asses. That actually sounds pretty cool, though. But the point is, this song literally sets the stage for a multifaceted woman who's a hard worker and also loves having a good time. And it feels like video-wise, sexuality in any overt way feels nowhere to be found outside of a quick hand-holding between two women. Now, I'm not saying you gotta go all blue as the warmest color on me, but the last minute and a half is literally, directly telling women to shake their ass. Baby, bend it over, let me see that ass, shake that ass, girl, pop it, lift it up, make that ass jump. And as that's happening, the video's showing us women go-karting and giving PowerPoint presentations and shit. Like, this just doesn't match. I realize it's weird that I'm actually arguing for twerking in a music video, and it's okay if you don't want to have a video with girls really breaking it down. But why did you put all that shake your ass talk in the song itself then? Can we find an uncensored version? I hate when people edit words out of a song, but because there's now a space where that word was, they just run it together and repeat other words so that it matches the beat. I mean, is he really saying, gotta make that jump, gotta make that jump? No, we all know the original phrase here is, gotta make that ass jump. But wait.
I want to know who motherfucking representing it here tonight.
Well, that wasn't censored. Unless maybe the phrase actually is, gotta make that jump? And he's not talking about asses, he's talking about the metaphorical jumps that women have to make over the patriarchal hurdles of life. Nah, that's totally not what he meant, but you can see it though, right? Well, overall, I give this song a
Watch the breakdown.
Why is this happening? You stopped the song to show us that. Why? What was my reaction supposed to be? Oh, I get it. See, this whole time the video was about superpowers or something? Well, that's the episode. If you liked it, giving it a like actually helps me out a bit. But if you'd like to also show your support, I have a Redbubble where you can buy merch and a Patreon where you can see episodes early. I also make my own music, so you guys can go to that and make fun of it yourselves. And I stream video games and talk about music on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So go check out all that fun stuff, and thanks for watching.